Good morning, it's Cindy. And it's been a minute, but I'm going to show up for Monday school today. And as I turned on my camera, I noticed the little cherry blossom my husband stuck in my ear this morning. I'm going to leave it there. I was sitting in my chair early this morning having coffee and doing some reading, and I looked up on the top of my piano and I noticed something was out of place, and I'm thinking something's not right there. And what's not right is that I had a big painting of Frosty the Snowman still up on my piano from the holidays, and I apparently missed that when I was taking down Christmas. And it's like, late May, and that's been sitting up there for the last 5 months. And that's a little cue to me. I've known for the last probably 15 years or so that multitasking is a myth. You think that if you can master multitasking and do multiple things at one time, you're being extremely productive and getting lots of things done. But science tells us that multitasking is a myth, and in fact, the more things that you're trying to manage and do at the same time, the less effective you are and the less well that you do it. And I decided when I was about, 50 or so, that I was going to make a really conscious effort to do less, to scale down and do less and focus on fewer things and do those few things really well. The problem is that multitasking is deeply embedded in my brain and my DNA. I've been doing it since I was in high school. And you just keep adding things to the list, right? And you're doing well, and it looks like you're doing well. And then there's some point, there's a teetering point, and you start missing stuff. And you start feeling the overwhelm and the fatigue. And when I am doing too much, and I'm multitasking, I get distracted. And I don't pay attention to little details like Frosty the Snowman still on my piano. I'll tell you something else I have not paid attention to that I learned very recently. My husband has lost the hearing in one of his ears, and it happens to be the ear that is laying next to me in the bed when we are sleeping. It's the ear that I reach over and whisper little sweet nothings or tell him things I need him to do, or reminders that I want him to make a note of before he falls asleep. And all this time I just thought he wasn't listening. But the fact of the matter is that he spent too much time at the gun range and his head underneath the hot rod, and he's lost hearing in that ear. And he knew that. He says he's mentioned it to me a few times, but I'm the one who wasn't paying attention. Why? Because I've been multitasking. I've never turned it off. I've gotten things going on all the time. So it was a kind of a gentle reminder to me, looking up at Frosty, that more is not better, and that I am still learning. That's what Michelangelo said. I am still learning. That's been my tagline for the last 30 years of my life. And it's good sometimes to have a little remembrance of that. And so here it is. I am still learning, and multitasking is a myth. And with that, I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for being my friend. Take care. Bye.